So if you're gonna make your top like mine, I'm using 6 colors. Do this to your discretion. These 6 colors, plus my border color, which I'm gonna use as white, will be 7 in total, okay? So we're gonna have 7 rows because each row we're gonna do as each color, okay? I'm using a 4mm hook. You guys can use whatever hook that you're comfortable with and some scissors, and you're gonna also need a darning needle for part 2. And I decided to do the blocking video separate. So this is gonna be how to make the granny squares. The next video will be a bonus video on blocking, and because a lot of people ask me about blocking, and then the last video will be how to put the top together, put the straps there, and all of our fringes. Okay, so let's get into the tutorial on how to make the granny squares. Okay, so first I'm going to start with my inner color. I'm using purple. Okay, again, this is from Knit Pal. It's cotton yarn, and I love their yarn. It's super soft, easy to work with, beginner friendly. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to start with a slip knot. And if you know how to do a magic ring the regular way, go ahead and do that. But for all of my beginners, we're going to do a magic ring, and this is the beginner way to do a magic ring. So first you're going to start with a slip knot. And then what you're going to do is you're going to chain 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you're going to slip stitch into this very first stitch right here. Okay. Hold your finger there so that you don't miss your hole. Now we're going to chain 2. All right. And we're going to go ahead and go into our circle, and we're going to do a double crochet. Then we're going to do another double crochet. Okay, so now keep in mind that our chain 2 counted as a double crochet. So technically we have 3 double crochet here. All right. Then you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to put 3 more double crochet inside your ring. So this is 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2. And then we're going to put 3 double crochet again into our ring. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, chain 2, and we're going to do that one more time, putting 3 double crochet inside of our magic ring. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so you see we have our square formed. Chain 2. We're going to pull our little tail to close our inner circle like that. And then you're going to slip stitch at the top of our chain 2 that we created when we first made our ring, like so. All right, so we now have the inner side, the inner circle of our square. And what we're going to do is we're just going to chain 1 and cut. Now, there are different ways that you can add yarn without cutting. But for the purpose of the video, and since I'm making this a beginner video, we're just going to do it this way, okay? So we have our center of our square. We're going to grab our next color. We're going to create a slip knot. And then we're going to connect it to one of the corner spaces. So you're just going to put your hook in the corner space, which is the chain 2 space that we made, and add your new yarn. Chain 1. And that's how you're going to add your new yarn when you switch colors. All right. After that chain 1, let's chain 2 more. So in total, we chain 3. And we're going to put 2 double crochet into this same space. So that was 1, and this is 2. So now we have 3 double crochet right there. Now what you're going to do is you're going to chain 2, and you're going to put 3 more double crochet into this same space. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we're going to go to the next space over, which is right here. Our spaces are our chain 2 spaces. Okay. So we're going to go into the next space, and we're just going to automatically put 3 double crochet in that space. No chaining or anything in between. Just go to the next space and put 3 double crochet. That's 3. And then you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to put 3 more double crochet into that same space. 2 and 3. Okay. So now you see how you make your corners. Every corner space, you're going to put 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So what you're going to do is you're going to just going to repeat that in this space and in this space. Meet me guys when you get to this space. Again, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Okay, so once you've done your last space, all you're going to do is you're going to connect it to the top of your chain 3 that we started off with, like so. And then you're going to chain 1, and again you're going to cut. So you see how our square is starting to form. So I'm just going to chain 1, cut, tighten. Now you're going to do the same thing for each color. You're going to add your yarn to one space. So we're going to do that for the green. That's my next color I'm using is green. So I'm going to start again with a slip knot. And I'm just going to add it to my square like so. Ooh. And then chain 3. So every time you add your yarn, you're going to always chain 3. And you're always going to start off with 2 double crochet after that chain 3. Because remember, the chain 3 counts as a double crochet. And you already know what to do for your corner spaces. You go 3 double crochet, chain 2, and then you put 3 double crochet into the same space. Okay. Now it gets different, and from here on you're going to do the same exact thing. Okay. Now you see how we have these center spaces. We don't just have corner spaces now, we have center spaces. In these center spaces, all you do, you're not chaining, you're not doing anything. All you're doing is putting 3 double crochet into these center spaces. 3 double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3. All right. And now your center space is done. And then you go to your corner space. Again, you put 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Chain 2, 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. So from here on out, for all of the other colors, you do the inside, the inner spaces, only 3 double crochet. Corner spaces is always going to be 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. And as you go up each row, the center spaces are going to increase. So you see now that we've made this 3 double crochet inside this space, it created 2 more spaces. So when we move on to our next color, we're going to do 3 double crochet in this space, 3 double crochet in this space, and then we're back to the corner. So finish this round, meet me at the end. Okay, so I made it to the end of my row. And again, you always slip stitch at that 3rd chain that you make when you're adding your new yarn. Chain 1, and then you cut this color off if you're switching colors. If you're not switching colors, you don't have to cut anything. Just keep on going with the pattern. If you're only doing one color, okay, so you see how we slip stitch here. After you slip stitch, you're going to slip stitch over 1, 2. So you're just going to slip stitch over to your space. However many stitches you have in between here, you're just going to slip stitch over to your space, and then you're going to do your corner stitches. 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, move on to the center spaces, 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, and do your corner space again if you're doing with just one color. Okay, that's the only difference. You're slip stitching over. Once you end your row, you slip stitch over to the first space to start your next row. I hope that makes sense, you guys. All right, so now I'm going to repeat the process. I'm going to add my yellow. Again, I'm going to add it to my corner. You can literally add it anywhere. You can add it to the center space. Just remember, if you add it to the center space, only do 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet. If you add it to the corner space, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I feel like y'all got it by now. I'm just making sure, you guys. So yeah, so I'm going to finish my square. I'm going to come back when I get to my border before I do my border, just so I can show you guys how big my square is. And yeah, I'll meet you guys. Okay, so this is my completed square. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to cut my work. Now this little tail you can just weave in, but this is how your square should look. So make 2 more squares like this, okay? And then the next video will be how to block. And then the video after that tomorrow will be how to connect them to make our top.